There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. We've got an NL East contest tonight between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. Joined by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Dan will see a Major League debut on the mound in this one.
Anytime you're making your Major League debut, particularly starting a game, I'm sure there's some anxious moments going on. One of the keys for every young pitcher is to not try to be better than you were in the minor leagues. Go out, the mound is still 60 feet 6 inches away. The big key, make sure you continue to pound the strike zone.
Victor Robles digging in now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
For Washington, the center fielder, Victor Robles.
Here's the first pitch to him. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball one. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. The 1-0. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Pilar is there, and he has it for the first out. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Nero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, you focus on this lineup, the middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters. The guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
Here's Starlin Castro as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first is Castro heading for second now. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Wow, the pitcher must be just shaking his head. That pitch wasn't anywhere near the strike zone, but he gave it the old tomahawk chop and somehow connected with it anyway. Now he's standing on second, and he even has to smile about that one.
Juan Soto to the plate now. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. The average sits at .303 entering play, 3 homers and 6 RBIs. Here's the fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. From the stretch. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1, you're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. The 3-2 pitch. And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Here now is Trey Turner. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. From the stretch. And that's taken for strike 1.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Popped up. A leap, and what a catch!
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it. But a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He swings and grounds it to short. He's got it. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. Nats leave a pair. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Sterling Sharp gets the starting assignment for the Nats in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Albert Almora is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these are one of those road trips where you feel like you're actually playing at home. No offense to the home crowd, but they're going to travel well. Not difficult for the fans to get in their car, hit a highway, pick up 2 tickets, grab a hot dog, and watch somebody go deep.
Smoke toward the hole. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Into the box, Jonathan Villar. Runner at first to start the inning. And, Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
And this one's in the dirt, and a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is a sinker that gets a swinging strike.
1-1.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Outside,
and that misses. 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor as they'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. Ball and a strike.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
1-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Turner has it. Zips it to Castro for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. And inning in the books tonight. Still scoreless here on the show. As we begin the second in New York, here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather conditions.
Well, Matt, the weather forecasts I'm hearing down here point to a fairly significant threat of rain later in the ballgame. Of course, the grounds crew and umpires will work to get this one in without delay, but they also told me that they won't hesitate to halt the game to let the weather pass through if it's impacting the play on the field or, of course, putting the safety of the players at risk. For now, we'll have to wait and see how things develop.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. Safety of the players, of course, and players getting required rest at the end of the night becomes important. When you guys approached a game like this, did you know you were in for a long one?
You hope not,
0-1.
but you knew it potentially could happen. You kind of read the grounds crew. If they were running and scattering in the dugouts and running towards the tarp,
1-1.
you kind of prepared yourself that this one was going to get shut down at some point. But you got to stay focused. That pitcher doesn't care. He's trying to take food off your table.
On the move is Pilar. Legs churning. He's headed for second.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues, middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
At the plate, Hernan Perez. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Zappucki is making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
There's no doubt about it, man. I think they're looking for a shot in the arm. If this guy can produce the same kind of results early on like he did through his minor league career, I don't see any reason why he can't be a very important part of this starting rotation.
That misses 1-2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Gomes leads on second with nobody out. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
The next 1-2 pitch. In the air, out to right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And let's focus on one of the most dynamic outfielders in our sport, Kevin Pilar. He's a highlight reel every time he takes the outfield. Has made some of the most signature catches of the last 5 years.
Standing in now, Rhett Wiseman, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Fouled away.
Oh, the old classic 2-strike. Let's throw the fastball right down the middle. Not in this game. Gotta believe you gotta work the corners a little bit more. Fastball command is paramount at this level.
Here's another 1-2. Started the chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here now the 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Catch made here in medium deep right center, and the runner's breaking from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
So stepping in is Sterling Sharp. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and hit in the air out toward left. And Almora's got it. The side is retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Nationals 1 and the Mets nothing. bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the first-year catcher, Patrick Mazika. The pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
3-0 now. And it's fouled away. And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Yeah, and as a starter, the last thing you want to do is let a team answer when your guys just scored a run for you. So he's thinking ground ball right here to try to get a double play and end this threat.
Set and the pitch. Luis Guillorme is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
A runner at first with no outs here. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
Stepping in now, Jose Martinez. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. 0-1 count and the pitch. Change up and he ain't buying it. 1-2. Mazika on third. Guillorme is at second with nobody out. High in the air into shallow left center. Soto has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he might have thought about it at third, but with one away, decides not to risk it.
Time for a look at the curly W on D. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
So here's Pete Alonso, as he'll take a look at ball 1. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. That evens it up 1-1. As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Sharp ground ball to third. And there's out number 2.
Batting it, the center fielder.
And stepping in, Kevin Pillar. The potential tying run for him at third base. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
He's had some success so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike two. Runners at second and third with two gone. And he's down on strikes, so they get two men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Striding in now for the Nats, Victor Robles. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. In the air, down the line and left. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
There's a deep fly ball. Doesn't quite get out of the ballpark, but it hits in the right spot as it bounces off that hard warning track and over the wall for a ground rule double. Not sure if he had triple on his mind, but I doubt he'll complain too much about getting to coast into second base.
Starlin Castro is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. A ball and a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. Two back-to-back.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And another foul ball. Again, a 1-2.
Oh, that's off the plate.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
A line shot to third base. And the runner gets back. No double play.
Now batting. The left-hander.
One away now in the Washington third, and that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. First offering, and this is low, ball 1. Robles leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And that's too high, ball 2.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
3-0 to him now. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The batter.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on the way. On the ground is short. This could be 2. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Into the box now, Ryan Zimmerman. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. One and 0. Here it is. hit to third. Scooped up. And the two-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Nats leave a pair, but they're on top 1-0.
Welcome back as the Mets prepare for their third turn batting in this one. And fans of the Metropolitans have been treated to quite a bit of production from this lineup so far this year. To start the day, they are ranked among the league leaders in both home runs and slugging percentage. I asked some of the hitters about their approach prior to the game, and they told me it's all about pitch selection. They trust in their talent, so as long as they're picking on good pitches to hit and not getting anxious to swing the box, they know that will translate into a lot of production. Certainly seems to be working for them this year, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. First delivery to him. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And there's one down now. So he comes up empty in his first major league at-bat.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you could put the ball in play your first big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
In now, Jonathan Villar. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Struck out in his first at-bat. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Nationals 1 and the Mets nothing. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Yan Gomes. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
There's a drive out to left center field. Around first, digging for 2. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
So now to the plate, Hernan Perez. 1-0 the count. It's 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The count now at 2-1.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
3-1 to him now. Gomes stands at second with no outs. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Rhett.
So the next to bat will be Rhett Wiseman. Notched an RBI on the sac fly in his previous turn at the plate. Here's the first pitch to him. And he drops a changeup right down Broadway for a called strike.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
1-1.
Oh, that's just out.
Now a swing and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And we've got a power guy versus more a finesse guy, and that's illustrated here. 96 versus just 90 miles an hour is the top two speeds. So here now is the pitcher, Sterling Sharp. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And they do have him bunting with one away as he puts this one down. The throw pulls him off the bag. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. The bases full now following the error. And standing in the outfielder, Victor Robles. And now the first pitch. In there, 0-1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is play.
Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
The batter number 13, second base, Starlin Castro.
So here's Starlin Castro. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's full count now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Heading out towards shallow right. Martinez has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And there will be no advance here. It's a wasted opportunity as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. Here now is Juan Soto. A couple of walks for him thus far. First pitch of the AB on its way. Popped up. Alonso calls for it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the one run scores here in the frame. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. Now to bat, Patrick Mazeika worked a walk his first time up.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
First delivery to him.
Count 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Ball 2.
Well, that's 6 straight balls here to begin the inning, so I think it's a good time to head to the mound to try to slow him down a little bit. A lot of times when guys aren't throwing strikes, they're rushing through their delivery.
Swings right over the top of that one. 2-1. And he hits the corner with that one. 2-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
There's one on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get one, which they did there.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitch his second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
There's the heavy sinker right there. What makes that pitch so difficult to hit is not only does it change eye levels, it actually changes plane. You go to hit it at one position, and it's 6 to 8 inches dropping off the table and chasing your hands.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Now a ball lined hard toward right center, but this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to call it down.
Up next, Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now here's the first offering. Ball 1.
Ball 1.
だいぶ周りボンボコボンボコ入れたからやばい。
Fouled off.
ローズさんじゃないですか。久しぶりです。雷やばかったですね、さっき。
1-1.
モーニング食べてきました。いいですね。
That's ball 2.
半ナスが最後はやばかった。
swing and a miss for strike three.
No,
Hold the
Masuoka
string on him that
Masuoka.
time, and the inning is over. Mets strand one. They trail it here 2-0.
ジョージさんになってますよ。
Digging in will be Trey Turner. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this
この
point.
ピッチャーもちょっと先発はきついですな。
Jerry's Familia is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 27, Jerry Familia.
あとは誰を使うか。63。あら6点か。この人にしましょうかね。
First pitch on the way. He'll try to bunt his way out as he gets this one down.
あと足
Well,
早
will not be in time as a perfect bunt there.
やら
That's
れ
him
ま
a
した
base
ね。
runner to lead off the
Now
inning.
batting, the first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
見事に足でやられましたな。
At the plate, Ryan Zimmerman, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. Turner aboard here at first with nobody out. A ball and 2 strikes.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
The 1-2.
もうモーニングとかうまそうです。なかったことにしとこう。
Line hard into
あー、
left.
やばい。
Almora's got it, and there is one away.
米田コーヒーのモーニングもかなりボリュームあります
The
から。
catcher, Jan Jones.
Here's the catcher, Jan Gomes. Lifetime against Familia. He's gone 2 for 5.
まあ値段もそれなりにね、
He's set.
するんで
Here it comes. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Hey, that's a quality take right there. He knows the pitcher's trying to get him to hit a ground ball and roll two.
A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
食い物なんかボリュームすごいですね。
And even 2-2 count to the Nationals catcher.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Jan Gomes becomes the second out here in inning number 5. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Hernan Perez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
まあ値段に合ってるってことですかね。
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give a guy at first a chance to run.
Sinker misses, and it's
徐
1-2
々に
down.
上島コーヒーっていうのはありますね。同じような感じですかね。
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even
それ
count,
で
gotta
量
feel
少
like
な
it's
か
a
った
win
値
for
段
the
高かったや
offense.
ばい
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Helpful.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. This
Ah,
one's flared off to the
nagana
right
mistake.
side. And that'll get down for a base hit.
ああしかもやばいホーム行きよるやばいやばいやばい
The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is
あのラ
retired.
ンナーめっちゃ
Two
速い
hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. Last half of the 5th coming up.
home.
It's the Nationals 3 and the
直
Mets
営の
nothing.
ちゃっかり1点入ってますよ
Welcome back for the
あ
bottom
の
of
ラ
the
ンナー
5th.
一
Here's
気に
Heidi
ホームまで
Watney.
行きましたからね
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only one of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they
こ
can't
う
put
で
together
も
some great
朝か
swings
ら
the
行っ
rest
て
of
る
the
人
way.
いますよね
Thank you, Heidi.
The center fielder, Kevin.
Here's the first pitch. Kevin Pillar stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Pillar has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is. He shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Just got a piece of that one, perhaps shortening up now will get the ball in play. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
I got to count 2 and 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
変えましょうか
Michael Conforto will get the call here as he'll hit for the
そう
pitcher.
とイメージバターにするか
First offering on its way. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. No runs, 3 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus
ああち
far.
ょうどまたあれなんですよね
Conforto behind a
お
ball
かず
and
が
2
ないから
strikes.
The count is
Great
1
arm
and 2.
action on that 2-strike changeup right there. But
帰り
even
にちょ
better
っと
job
買
at
っ
the
てき
plate
ま
to
したから
take that one.
Hard
Ball,
sinker
that's
misses 2-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Another full count pitch home. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And there are 2 away now.
猫野郎の缶詰を見てた
Number 4, Albert Almora.
So here's Albert Almora next. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. First pitch on its way.
That's a ball.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Bounce it to the left side. Turner gloves it. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0.
なかなか捉えれんな
Edwin Diaz takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
For the man, number 39, Edwin Diaz.
Now at the plate, here is Brett Wiseman. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th.
Wiseman.
76。
First pitch on its way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Sterling Sharp is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And he fouls this one off. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
3-2, full count. Now the payoff pitch home. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher. Next up is Victor Robles. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Sharp stands at first with 1 out. Fouled away. Fouled off. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. Well, there it is. This one is going to be delayed as the crew chief has made the call to suspend action.
You know, Matt, I just get the feeling this isn't going to be a very long delay. And we do have some clearing skies, so I think both of these guys possibly will go back out.
Next, it'll be Starlin Castro, flew out last time up.
スタミナがなくなるという。でもそうでもなかったか。まだましでしたね。
First pitch of the AB on its way. A ball and no strikes. 2 out with the man at first. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Here comes the 1-2. To the left side, but it's well fouled. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Softly hit to short. Right, 2
あ
out.
かん、やばい。
Now he'll fake a throw to second and look to first instead. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
普通にファースト行っとったらよかったです。なんか体勢がもう一つ。
Standing in now, Juan Soto. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball
前
one.
よう見たら
Comes
ツ
into
ー
this
アウトや
at
った
bat
ん
0 for 1 in the ball
や
game.
ってまいりました。普通に投げときゃ終わってた感じですか。カウント間違えてます。
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Head to head against Edwin Diaz. He's hitless in 3 at bats. And this one runs a little too far in.
いいワンアウトやもんね。
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Nats leave a pair, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Digging in, the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
And he falls behind 0-2. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Here comes the 1-2.
Nope, outside.
Tried to get him to bite on that curveball, but no luck. It'll be interesting to see what he goes with now with the count even at 2-2.
ケンさんおは
Starting
よ
to
う
go
ござい
around,
ます。
but he's able to check his swing for ball 3.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat
雷が
right
すごか
there?
ったで
Check
す
pitch
よ。
on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
スムージー、スムージ
Got
ー
him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Lazy fly ball out to
あ
center
ー、
field.
打ち上げた。
Robles comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for route number 2.
Up next to the bat, the catcher.
Digging in next, Patrick Mazeika. It was a walk in his last trip.
わあ、スタミナが完
First
全にな
pitch
くなっ
on
てい
its
る。
way. Hit sharply on the ground. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes you
まだ投げる。
call for desperate measures.
At the plate now, Luis Guillorme, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
工藤監督ダメですか？そうなんです。
Back up the middle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
ポロリポロリ。
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him.
これは
That's
助かり
all
ま
he
し
could
た
do
ね。
right there, Dan.
You know, dealing in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that
Ah,
ball
yo
down
ya
is a pretty
caído.
good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
On his way out to the mound now, the Washington manager. And it looks as though that's going to be all
王
for
子
his
監
starter
督
here
というと
tonight.
なんかもう
So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the
中本
bullpen
浩
can
二
find
監
a way to
督。
protect his 3-run lead. Ryan Harper trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
ああ、ハーパーさん来ましたね。
Jose
これで
Martinez.
ちょっとは
His
まだ
first
打ちやすい
assignment
んち
here
ゃい
as
ま
he'll
すかね。
face him with runners at first and second and 2 away.
さっきの先発めっちゃ打ちにくいからね。玉男ですね。中本浩二か。
Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch.
うわ
Turned on that
お、
one
甘い。
and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
ど真ん中のスライダー。
0-2 the
Wow.
count to Jose Martinez.
Hey, this guy's so aggressive, I don't think this pitch is anywhere near the zone.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning.
玉岡。
Two left for the Mets. They trail in this one 3-0.
あの場所に投げられたら、当てにくい。
So now here is Trey Turner head-to-head against
ガラガ
Edwin
ラ
Diaz.
ですね。
He's 0 for 4.
今、チーム状態がめっちゃ悪くてね、5連敗中なんで
First delivery to him.
Ball, that's it.
全然、勝手になってきてて。
Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Swing and a liner. Martinez has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
なんか今一つね、
Good
打
contact
線
to start
が
out
打
the
てん
inning.
という
Thought
か
he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
いろいろメンバー
So
も変えてるん
next
で
to bat will be Ryan Zimmerman. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 0-1 the count.
先発陣もだいぶ入れ替えしてるんですけど、
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
さっき夜中の時に健太さんしてたんですけど、プレステ5 なんか上司にもらったらしいです。
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. So far 2 for 3 in this one.
今プレステ5でメジャーやってるって言ってましたよ。
Here comes the 0-1.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late. You can't even put a good swing on it.
Fly ball out toward left center field. And Almora's got it. The side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They lead it 3-0. Daniel Hudson gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th.
Number 44, Daniel Hudson.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso.
上司が
Career line
中
against
国転売
Daniel
ヤーと
Hudson.
は。
He's 1 for 2.
あっちゃ
From the stretch. And he fouls this one off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
The 0-2 once more.
The count is 1 and 2.
仕事場がマフィアかもしれんから静かにしとこう。あっちゃ。
Nope, that's the ball.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch
今の
in the
話
dirt.
はなかったこと。
The 2-2.
Hold down.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Here comes the payoff pitch. This pitch is popped up. Zimmerman waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next to the bat.
Next up, Kevin Pillar, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's the one-out single.
さあ、ここでまた代打ですな。
J.D. Davis come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Hitting for the net. Number 28, J.D. Davis.
He's set and the pitch. Fouled away. The average down at an even 220. 4 home runs and 6 RBIs. The 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
まあ、今日はどっちにしろ風呂掃除しに行かなダメなんですよ。
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a
終わ
strike.
ってからまた
Pillar,
い
the runner
つ
at
もの
first with 1 gone in the
天
inning.
津飯とかあの辺を頼みましょうかね。
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, it's tough when your team is being held
天津
scoreless on the
飯か中
scoreboard.
華飯
He was
か。
trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
Here now the 2-2. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Oh,
あ、
and
落
it
ち
eats
た
him
落ち
up
た
a
落ちた
bit.
落ちた落ちた落ちた。
He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
ちょうどまた
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
うわーしゃタピオカ天津ハンバーガー
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert
餃子も
Alvarez
ま
Jr.
た追加で
The first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Career line against Daniel Hudson. He's 1 for 2. Now the 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
あ、そっか今日はあれでしたな。おーっ
Now a
と
ball hit on a rope to
思ったらファウル
left.
かい
That had the distance, but it is a foul ball.
一瞬スリーランかと思いました。今日は言ってたクレヨンし
Set
んちゃんの
and
日
the
でした
2-1
ね。
pitch. Hit on the ground toward the
あ、
left.
抜けた抜けた抜けた
And
抜け
that's through into left, a
た。やっ
base hit.
と1
The
点
throw
や
to
っ
the
と1
plate.
点。
But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run
当
scores.
たりは悪かったですけど
Hey, D'Lo, they're making this guy pay. That's
だから
3
タピオ
straight
カぐらい
singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit
ちょう
extremely
どまた
hard.
抜けていき
Killing
ま
them
したね。
softly, station to
そ
station.
んなに当たりでもなかったんです。
Luis Avilar takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
ね、もうすでに Amazon で
And
頼
now
んでました
Jonathan Villar. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
ショートショートは守れないじゃないですか
The 1-0 home.
おー、しょった。
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Davis is on his way home, and he's safe for the play as it's now a one-run ball game.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get one knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You're having kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, man, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Bit of an ill-advised swing that time as that ball got in on him. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. He settles under it and makes the catch in the deepest confine of the ballpark. So now it'll be the four-hole hitter, Patrick Mazika, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Outside, that's the ball.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Ball two now.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Strike taken up in the zone.
猫野郎には悪いがエアコンつけよう。
Ready with the payoff pitch. Fouled off. Here's the payoff pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Payoff pitch on its way. On the eighth pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Nationals on top, 3-2.
自家製のスムージーか。63。まあこの人にしましょうか。
Robert Gesellman has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 44, Robert Gesellman.
And now, Hernan Perez. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point.
Amazon で売ってた粉もんのやつ。どんなある？
First pitch of the AB now.
Nope.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
0-1, no strike.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Pitch on the way. And it's fouled away. Now that's popped up. Alonso has room in foul territory. 1 away.
Now batting, The right fielder.
Next to stand in is Rhett Wiseman. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far.
Wow.
Hard hit ball to second. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the
いっ
inning.
ぱいを水に入れてゴリゴリかき混ぜるや
The pitcher.
つ。
Luis Garcia gets the call as a pinch hitter, and he'll get a chance with 2 out and the bases empty. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. No home runs just yet, and a pair of RBIs. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8.
ああ、そう、コロリコロリコロリ。
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Tanner Rainey is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 21, Tanner Rainey.
Leading off the inning, it'll be
Luis
Luis Guillorme. They could use a spark from him here.
The second baseman, Louis.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's given the umpire an earful from that dugout.
Turner has a play.
どこ行ったどっか行ってもらったやんか。
That's
さっ
exactly
きの
what they
話
wanted
は
out of that pitch.
意外と聞いてな
They
かっ
took
た
him
かも
up
しれ
the
ない。
ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy
もう
pop
やら
up.
れてるかも
Well
しれない。
executed pitch there.
あーやばい。
That will take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time.
ここは変えましょうか。
Khalil Lee will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 77,
Jump set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Oh,
High and deep to straightaway right. Right fielder looking up at the track.
まさかの同点ホー
And
ム
as
ラン。
Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here.
なんか声が変
Solo
な
shot
感じ
here to
ですね。
straightaway right field, and we are tied again.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
あーも
Every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time.
う、あー一塁守れる。守れますね。守れるんやったら変えましょうかね。
Jeff McNeil will come on now as the pinch hitter.
いやー見事に代打成功です。
He's set. Here it comes. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
It's funny, that pitch, I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit, and why does no one ever get to it? A good executed high fastball usually blows 9 out of 10 guys away.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone, grab your glove and flash some leather.
Into the box, Kevin Pillar. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
さすがにちょっともう残りの人員が1人しかいない。
And it's 1-1. Two and one, the count to Pillar. His prior history versus this arm, he's 1-for-2. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Short, hit hard. Finds its way through for a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away. And we talk about how important bench management is in a tight ball game. Just one player remains here, so we'll see if they want to use it right now. Wander Suero answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the ninth inning without any trouble.
いやーもうこのままいきますわ。バントするべきか、打たすか。
Stepping in now, Robert Gesellman. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball one. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the eighth after entering off the bench just a little bit ago.
Now
the 1-0. And we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch.
ダブルプレーだけはなかったらいいんですけど。
And here's a swing and a miss, and that, folks, is a big out number 2.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
So now to the plate, Albert Almora, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Comes set, the 0-1.
1-1.
Fouled away. Almora with an even count, 2-2.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
And it's another K. So back-to-back strikeout victims to start this relief out. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Khalil Lee will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 77.
Jeff McNeil stays in the ballgame after pinch hitting as he'll take over at first base. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Victor Robles. Lifetime matchup numbers with Gesellman. He's got a 3 for 7 line. From the stretch.
0-1.
なんとかでも追いつきましたね。
Swing and a liner. On a base hit, so a great start to the ninth as the possible go-ahead run is aboard to kick off the inning. And the go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Well, back in the day, you would hope your leadoff man can work a walk or leg out an infield single, but not in today's game. Now they expect the leadoff hitter to have a little pop, just like this guy. Nice leadoff double.
Into the box now, Starlin Castro, as he'll take a look at ball one. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Fouled off.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Hit hard to short. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Big spot here, and it'll be Juan Soto. And a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied.
1-0.
Big break to the curveball, but it misses down and in for ball one. Hit in the air down the left field line. Almora is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Now it'll be Trey Turner, lifetime matchup numbers with Gesellman. He's got 5 base hits in 19 tries. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Here's the 1-1. Slider, and that thing comes in at 89 on the radar gun. A ball and 2 strikes now. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Jonathan Villar. Set and the pitch. And it's fouled away.
これまた延長は行きたくないんでね。
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. And a strike. Threw him a breaking ball that time. 2-2.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
The 2-2. And he popped him up. And no one will get this one. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this 2-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Gomes shading to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
And now in the box, Francisco Lindor struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Here's the first pitch to him. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Cutter low, 1-1. Nope. 2-1.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
To the plate now, Patrick Mazika. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
You know, it's funny. I can count on one hand the times I was able to actually go to the plate and think home run and hit a home run. I wish guys would just focus on getting into their rhythm at the dish, trying to hit the ball hard and let the chips fall where they may. When they try and hit home runs, it usually doesn't happen.
Again, he sends it out of play. From the stretch, the 1-2.
なんとかファールで見てますけど。
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
High in the air down the right field line.
戻ってきてますね。
Wiseman gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains tied at 3-3. Runner at second now. Nobody out. And that'll bring up the power-hitting first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count.
This has to be a productive at-bat right here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over to third.
Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2.
いきなりランナー二塁っていうのは嫌です。
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away. Yan Gomes will be next. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Turner heads for the plate.
人間は殴らないとやられない。またランナー98やったから軽々ホームイン。ここでまた勝ち越す。
Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
あっしゃー、ケンさんじゃないですか。ここでまた勝ち越しですね。
First pitch on its way. Yan Gomes is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
なかなかさよならもできんかったからね。
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Struck him out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
In now, Hernan Perez. This will go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
うわー、際ど。マフィアに耳を持っていかれた。みんな知ってん。おー、入った。外れてますけど、入ってないんですね。うわー、またええこと。で、また噛んでいって。
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
Aaron Luke takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
Number 32, Aaron Luke.
At the plate now, Rhett Wiseman.
Oh,
This is speared by the first baseman.
Video.
Tag will get him coming back to first. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Brad Hand takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10. Striding in is Luis Guillorme. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second.
左やからね。スライダー、ストレート、スイーパー。
First delivery to him. Starts
あ
out with
こ
a
のピ
slider
ッ
for
チ
a
ャーあれ
strike.
じゃないですか。レッドソックスの試合の時に投げてましたよ。
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Soto is there to make the catch, and that's a big out, number 1.
Now batting, the right fielder, Lee.
ちょうどボガーツさんがサヨナラホームランした。
Now in the box, Khalil Lee. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second.
Very rarely, Matt, do you see a first pitch changeup hit out of the ballpark. That tells me right now that this guy was up there looking for the changeup in that last at bat. We'll see if they pitch him any differently here.
No balls and 1 strike. Comes set and the 0-1. Comes up empty that time as he's underneath it 0-2.
Well, that's a surprising late swing on a heater, middle cut right there. In a fastball count, he's going to have to turn it up a notch.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much
こ
faster.
れはやばい。追い込まれましたね。
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn.
おっと、
Get back toward the
これ
mound.
もはい。
Castro has it. Throw
ア
in
ウト
the
した、アウ
dirt
ト
to
した、アウト
first,
し
and he
た。
can't come up with it cleanly.
Hey, this game is close right here, but I'll take you
終わり
inside
か
the
と思っ
mindset
たら、
even if it was a
ポ
blow.
ロリしてくれました
I。know the team's down to their final out, but you'll be hard-pressed to ever find an offensive player give away an AB. Nice infield single right there to keep the line moving.
助かりましたね。
Into the box, Kevin Pillar. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Tying run at third, winning run at first. So a ball into the gap might be able to end it. Ready with the 0-1. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go.
plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
And he fouls this one off.
今のもまたボール球なんですよね。
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes.
ああ、ボ
Grounder
テボ
down
テ
the
ボテ
line
ボ
to
テボテ
third.
ボテボテ。
Throw not in
Oh,
time,
that's
and he
it.
beats it out for his third hit tonight. In to score from third is the tying run. It's a
ボテボテ
4-4
やったか
game.
らよかったです。
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under
なんかアウト
97
2つ
miles
も
an
見え
hour
ました
with
けど。
sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
なんとか追いつきましたね。さよならを狙いますか。アウト。際どかったです。
James McCann
最
will
後
be called
の
upon here to hit with the game
代
on
打
the
を
line.
これで決められんかったらやばい。追いついたんならセーフ。
Here's
さ
the
よなら
first
じゃな
pitch.
かったんでね。
Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1.
なん
He's
とか
definitely
4
off
対
to
4
a
です。
fast start in the early part of the season.
あとはこれでもう一本出るか。
The 0-1 offering. Now a big
あー、またボ
fastball,
ール。
and he's well behind it
次
with
は
the
ダブル
swing.
ス。
Well, he's
Two
hoping
out.
to be a hero and drive in the winning run, but that swing tells me he's a little too amped up. You don't chase a pitch that badly if you're playing within yourself.
ああ、でも
Swing
最
and
悪
a
や。
miss got him reaching. Gomes gathers it, and that ends the inning.
完
Mets
全な
forced
ボー
to
ル。
settle for one here in the inning. And we'll
まだ
have
で
to
も
cancel
なんと
those
か
dinner reservations,
耐えました
partner.
ね。
11th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4. Josh Bell is going to grab a bat now, so he'll be asked to get things started in the top.
うん。
Drew Smith takes the mound to start the 11th inning.
ピッチャーがもうあれですな。抑えを使うか、先発要員を使うかですね。ああ、もうこの人やっときますか。
Here's the first pitch.
おっ
Popped
しゃ
up
ってあげた。
Lindor in
いき
foul
なり
ground,
仕上げ
and
る
this
と
is
取ら
going
れ
to
へん
be
の
a
かい。
foul ball.
今のは取りたかったよ。
Grounded to the right,
ああ、
and
抜
that's
け
going to
て
be
い
a base hit.
く。で、
So
またホー
great
ム。
job off the
や
bench,
ばい。
and he's aboard here to lead off the inning.
Matty, it's hard to say right here. I gotta believe they dove into the
いきなりま
scouting
た
reports
金。
on every outfield arm. He did not take an aggressive pass coming around third base bag right there. So I just think the third base coach had to hold it.
3投ゲット。やばいな、これ。また1点入りそうです。
So now to the plate, Victor Robles. He
う
lines it
わ
out to
ー、セン
center,
ター街。
and he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit.
また
Coming
も
in
や
to
勝ち
score
越
is the runner from third, and here in the 11th, they have broken through to take the lead.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When
話し合いで
runs
す。
are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Standing in now, Starlin Castro. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful. Now to the plate, here is Juan Soto. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once.
Ah, でも守りやすさを考えたら歩かした方が。
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
From the belt, the pitch. Trey Turner comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike one.
ダブルプレーで終わりたい。
And he lays off for ball one.
This is where you got to empty the bucket out on the mound. Throw your best stuff right here, right now, and try and get out of this. If anything catches outfield grass, this game's probably over.
2-1 to count to Trey Turner. The 2-1 is in off the plate.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with one strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Bell at third. Robles on second. Soto is over at first with one away. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run, and he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. And they'll go ahead and tack another to their lead as it's now a 6-4 ball game.
Every team is looking for that insurance run late in the game. That run right there gives them a 2-run lead heading into the late innings.
To the plate now, Ryan Zimmerman. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. And looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far.
この2点は痛いですな。
Heading out toward shallow right. Lee will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. One last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th now. The Nationals lead it 6-4.
あとはつなげれるかどうか。
Josh Harrison has come into the ball game now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
じゃあ変わるでしょ。あれ変わってない。
Here's the potential
変わって
tying
ない。
run. Albert Almora
変わってるか思ったらあのままのじゃ変わってない。
Hey,
しか
it's
もラ
never
ンナー
easy
が
scoring runs against a closer.
Yeah,
This
the runner.
lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
First pitch fastball off the
ハン
plate
ドさ
there,
ん
and it's
継
ball
続
one.
です。
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
いい
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball.
主
1-1.
に際どいとこ。スライダー、ストレート、シンカー。
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
今のもでも
Watching
入っ
him on
て
the
ても
mound
おか
right
し
now,
なか
I
っ
think
たで
he's
す。
just having trouble throwing strikes to this guy. Up only 2 runs. I don't think he's working around him.
高い目ですね。
Pulled high in the air out to left
これは
field.
もう上がりすぎです。
Soto is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter, number 1.
かといっても代打要員
Now with the
全
plate
員
is
使ってるから
Jonathan Villar.
無理がおらん。
His career line against Brad Hand. A pretty good success. He's 4 for 5. First pitch on its way. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
食い込んでくるスライダーもつにくい。
1-2.
お
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent, beware.
Liner toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Smith ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw.
ホーム行ったまではいい
He's trying his hardest to help his guys get back in the game, but this time he had no shot. Applaud the hustle, but the decision was a
けど、際
costly
どい
one.
とこやった。
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he will look at the first pitch fastball for ball 1. Attempting to, as they say, get off the schneid here. 0 for 5 so
ア
far.
ウト。まあね、ちょっとでも打球がそれ取ったら入ってたんですけ
The
ど、
set
ちょ
and
う
the
どま
1-0
た
pitch.
Ball, that's pitched out.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're
Hama
putting yourself in
帰ってきたから。
good hitters counts. This guy's done a
見
great
事に
job
タッチア
not
ウトみ
swinging
たい
at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Ball 3.
Lays off, and it's 3-0.
ここでノー
It's
スリー。
amazing how quick an inning can get away
ああ、
from
ま
you.
いったの
You're
来ない。
cruising, first 2 outs are super quick. Little single happens, and now you're down 3-0 with the chance of maybe a little 2-out lightning happening.
でも、リン
Leads
ドア
off
さん、
first
ノー
with
ヒ
a
ッ
pair
ト。
of outs in the inning. Now a throw over. Runners back.
正直ランナー止まるかな思ったんですけど、
And it's
それ
up
は
to
入
a
ってんか
3-2
い。
full count now.
Full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first.
爪入ってま
Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
す。スライダーか、ストレートか。
Oh, he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the
スイ
air
ッチが
and
また起
deep.
きましたよ。
And folks, this ball game
さ
is
すがリンドア
tied.
さん。土壇場でまた起きて
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. And just like that, this ball game is all tied.
Big time at bat right there. Team trailing, and he ties it up with a bomb. Interested
これ
to
ま
see
た
how this
完
one
璧でし
finishes
たね。
out.
Austin Voth,
見事に
6'2" right-hander,
ノック
jogs
アウ
in
ト
to
でし
take
た。
over on the mound.
もうあかんかな思ったんですけど、そしてダブルプレーでさ、ランナーというか2アウトなんです。いやー、また首の皮がつながりま
And
したよ。
now Patrick Mazeika
The catcher, Patrick.
lifted down the line and left. But this will wind up being a foul ball. He's got a hit in 3 at
点の
bats to
取り合い
this
です
point.
ね、これは。2アウトからよう追いつきましたね。
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
タッチプレーでアウトやったからもう、やばかったんですけどね。
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
わからんもんですね。
Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike 2, says the third base umpire. Hit back up the middle.
ショート取られる。
On to first, and that'll mean a 12th inning is in order as this inning is over.
あっちゃ。
So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors,
こ
and
れ
no
は
one
見
left to
事で
board.
したね、でも。バコーンと。変えずに置いとってよかったです。
And now for Washington, Yan
問
Gomes
題はこれま
is
た
looking
抑
for
えん
his
とあか
third
ん。
hit of the
ゼ
ball
ロ
game
で
here.
終わって最終回に行きたい。なかなかそのゼロが難しい。
Sean Reed Foley gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Number 61.
セカンドにランナーがおるっていうのがやっぱなかなかゼロで抑えるのがきつい。
Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here.
Ah,
So
しまった、やっ
we'll
て
see
もうた。
what kind of sequence he uses.
ボークやって
Hang
まい
on.
ました。あ
It
っ
looks like
た。
a balk will be called here, and that's going to move the runner up 90 feet to third with still nobody out.
これはやばいな。さすがに見逃してくれないですね。
The 0-1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive,
ここで
but you
ボー
have
ク
to
を
get
や
a
っ
pitch
て
you
まう
can
という。
drive.
A little
Yeah,
bit
I can't.
outside. 2-1.
これまたピンチですな。
Swings through it for strike number 2.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by
ラ
the
ンナーに打球をめり込ませて、演説してるところに顔面かけ合う。
Ready with another two-strike offering.
わーっ
And the curveball
と、完
bounces
全
here,
も
but a
う
good
前
job
進
behind
守
the
備
plate
か
to keep it at arm's length. Now the 3-2 pitch. So there's ball
歩
4.
かしてまう。
And it wouldn't surprise me a bit to see the next guy get 4 wide ones as well.
Just a nice piece of hitting right there, especially in extra innings. He didn't try to win the thing by himself or be a hero. He just patiently worked the at-bat until he earned the walk. We'll see if his teammates can pick him up now.
さあ、ピッチャーがそのまま入ります
Into the
ね。
box now, the Nationals pitcher,
代
Austin
打が
Voth.
残ってな
And
い
with absolutely no bullpen arms left, this is going to be their guy until the game is over or until they decide to roll some position players out there on the mound.
Obviously, this is never a position you want to find yourself in as a manager, Matt, but it does happen from time to time, and maybe I should start getting that old shoulder loosened up.
変に当てられて抜けるのも嫌ですけどね。
Here's one fouled off to the right as the count evens at 1-1.
たまにピッチャーでも打ちますからね。
Down low,
なんか
2
微妙に
balls
入
and a
ってない
strike. That's on the outside corner, count 2-2.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Here's the 2-2 pitch.
Wow.
Lifted down the line and left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Ready with another two-strike offering.
Yes,
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the go-ahead run stays at third with one big out on the scoreboard now. Programming note to pass along here. Due to the length of our ball game tonight, the Jody Kelsey show will not be seen this evening so that we can bring you the conclusion of this ball game. Doggone. Now at the plate, Rhett Wiseman. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make
ま
amends.
ずはワン
Well,
アウ
if
ト
your
です。
team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that pitch is out.
And now with first and third, one out, a lot can happen
あとは
here.
都合よく
This at bat could
ダブル
really
プレー
determine
に
the
なって
whole
くれ
course
たら
of
いい
the rest of this inning.
That's wide, 2-0. Runners are at first and third, one away.
いや
Over the outside
ど
half,
真
and
ん
it's
中
2
の
and
チー
1.
ム
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup
今の
for
は
a
やばい
strike.
球
Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Swing and a fly
また
ball.
1 点
This
取ら
ought
れ
to
る
at least get the go-ahead run in. A catch is made. Here
あん
comes
だけ
the
持ってい
go-ahead
かれる
run
と
for the plate.
さすがに
Cash in here as the run is
勝てな
in
い
to score from third. Now a 7-6 game.
またもや勝ち
Hey,
越され
putting
る
together good at-bats late in the games can really help out. And how about this
追い
sac
つい
fly
ては
right here?
取られ追いつ
Good
いて
at-bat
は取
that
られ
leads to his team getting the lead here in the late innings.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Josh Harrison trying to get it going
あ
at the
っ
plate.
ちゃ
It's been tough
ほん
sledding
まに
for
ゼ
him
ロ
so
で
far this
終わ
year.
らんもんですね
Now here's the first offering.
That's a ball.
Starts him out with a slider too low for ball one.
ランナー2塁からっていうのは効いてますよねやっぱ
Hit
う
hard
わ
up
ー
the
セン
middle.
ター持ってか
And
れる
that's in there. Base hit.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it
あーで
ironed
も相
out.
手もよう打ちますよね でまたこの1番バッタ
Stepping in now, Victor
ーめちゃく
Robles.
ちゃ当たってま
This
す
will
ね
take a
6
look
打
at a
数
slider
4安
here
打
that finds the zone for strike one. And he's been terrific so far with 4 hits in 6 tries.
ロブレスさん
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch.
う
And
わ
that misses 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Only one in the inning for the Nationals. And now we'll see if what's left of this crowd can rally their troops. Bottom of the 12th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 7 and the Mets 6.
はあこっち
Stepping
も
up is
5番からで
Luis Guillorme. He's working on bringing home the tying run standing at second base.
ストレートスラーブカッタースプリッター
First pitch on the way. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for
これは
Castro
決ま
at
ったけ
second.
どまあまあ
Throw to
まあ
first is in
最
time for
低
the
限
first
の
out.
ランナーを振り
Not a lot he can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Next up from New York, Khalil Lee trying to bring in the
あ
tying run
あ
from
ホー
third
ムランを
here.
打ってるリーダーじゃないですか
Now the first pitch. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose.
すでにもう向こうさん先発のシャーザーさんブルペンやってますよ
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the
Wow.
first strike.
One ball, one strike.
さすがにもうピッチャー不足ですね
1-1. Strike
う
two
わ
swinging.
甘いけど当たってない
Two strikes.
A man at third with one away. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
追い込まれましたね
Good pitch there. And that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
So here's Jeff McNeil, and it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
And now the first pitch.
Wow.
And a hearty cut there to
Nice.
begin the
Put him
at-bat.
aside.
It's
Nice.
nothing in
That's
one
what I'm-
for his career in this matchup.
Timing
Not a big
was
sample
right.
size, 0 for 1. Looked like that one tied him up a bit, a swing and a miss.
今のは外してました
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away. But that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
The Mets down to their final strike.
ガチャー打ち上げた。終了。
Makes the catch, and the Nationals have taken game one of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Man, that was definitely a hard-earned victory, but that's what's going to make it even more satisfying. They take it in 12 innings on the road, and it's all smiles now.
A tight one, 7-6, the final score tonight. Austin Voth claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that will wrap things up. From Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
いやー、勝てんときはほんまに勝てんもんですね。負けましたよ。リンドーアさんもね、同点ホームラン打ったんですけど、最後のあと1点が取れんですね。
The final line score for the ball game tonight for the victorious Washington Nationals.
じゃあ総動員やったんですよ。
No errors. They left 17 men on base.
あれは負けたけど、まあおもろい試合でしたね。あっちゃー。これで6連敗になってますよ。泥沼の6連敗で借金が2になってますね。このまま負けるとこれやばいですな。後ろに追いつかれそうですよ、これ。ナショナルズとフィリーズが待ってますからね。勝てんときは勝てないですね。泥沼の30連敗からの3連勝。その時はもう負けすぎて借金だらけ。さあ終わりましょうか。風呂掃除やってきますわ。はい、お疲れ様でした。ではではでは。